Who knew waking up today would feel like logging straight into a deleted episode of Prison Break meets Zeus Network? But here we are because Chrisean Rock just dropped a clip so chaotic, so downright terrifying, even Netflix would file a copyright complaint for emotional damage. This isn't drama. This is drama's big brother with anger issues. And the wildest part? It's all centered around Blueface, locked up, stressed out, and now reportedly tangled in some mysterious mess, involving none other than Munchie B, a name that sends Twitter into panic faster than a surprise Kardashian. The internet didn't just react, it detonated. Fans are running around like someone unplugged the simulation. Conspiracy theorists clocked in early, bloggers started sweating, and YouTube commentators booked overtime like they were paid per heartbeat. Because this clip? It looks like something you only see when the Wi-Fi is possessed or when someone accidentally leaks a group chat meant for 3 people and a lawyer. And the question hanging over all this: what exactly happened to Blueface behind those prison walls? And why was Chrisean the one to drop this time bomb? Buckle up, the secret didn't just leak. It escaped from the moment Chrisean Rock hit post. The entire internet felt like it got slapped across the face with a frying pan. 1 minute people were scrolling peacefully, minding their business, maybe arguing about zodiac signs or who really writes Drake's lyrics. And the next minute, boom, a shaky, dimly lit, spine-tightening clip of Blueface inside prison, wrapped in tension so thick you could butter it like toast. And right there in the caption, floating like a digital grenade, was the name Munchie B, a name that trends faster than a celebrity cheating scandal. People didn't even have the full context yet. They didn't need it. The moment Chrisean posted something with prison walls, background noise, and Blueface looking like he just heard a door slam behind him for the last time, the world went into DEFCON 7. Instagram comments instantly turned into a virtual stampede. Twitter spaces popped up quicker than conspiracy theorists at a UFO sighting. Everybody had an opinion, and not a single one was calm, because let's be honest, if Chrisean is posting anything related to Blueface, it's never boring. It's never subtle. It's never something that requires peaceful meditation and herbal tea. It's always a full-blown emotional earthquake that shakes the internet back into chaos. This time, she didn't just shake it. She drop-kicked it. The clip itself wasn't long, but in true social media fashion, 2 seconds was enough for the internet to invent 30 chapters of lore. Blueface looked tense, pacing, glancing off camera like someone was telling him something important. The lighting made the whole scene feel like a deleted intro from Locked Up Abroad, and the audio was just messy enough to fuel theories. Some swore they heard voices. Some swore they heard threats. Some said they heard Munchie B's name like a ghost whispering through a Motorola flip phone. And Chrisean? Oh, she didn't explain anything, not one detail. No caption. No context. Just pure chaos, raw and unfiltered, which, to be fair, is her brand. Fans immediately dragged Chrisean into the courtroom of public opinion. Why would she post this? Is she helping or hurting? Sis, blink twice if this is a soft launch for another breakup. Meanwhile, Blueface's supporters were acting like they were watching the season finale of a crime drama that got cancelled before answering the main mystery. Some were angry. Some were genuinely scared. Some were confused. And a small but loud percentage were somehow making memes about it already, because the internet never waits. And then came the Munchie B speculation. The moment people recognized his name floating around the online atmosphere, the mood shifted from gossip to goosebumps. Munchie B isn't the kind of name you casually toss around like confetti. It's a name that enters the chat like a thundercloud wearing sunglasses. And the fact that it was tied to Blueface's prison situation? That was enough to make half of Twitter start pacing like they were the ones under investigation. What made the whole situation even messier was the timing. Everyone knew Chrisean and Blueface hadn't exactly been on the best terms. Some days they love each other. Some days they act like the universe randomly assigned them each other as a punishment. But dropping a clip like this during this moment was the social media equivalent of lighting a match next to a gas tank just to see what happens. And yet, people couldn't look away. Viewers rewatched the clip like it contained a cheat code for understanding the universe. Analysts slowed it down frame by frame like they were decoding government footage. Commentators stitched it with dramatic voiceovers. turning it into something that felt like a trailer for a movie that somehow got greenlit at 4 a.m. Everyone had theories about who was involved, what went wrong, who said what, and why Blueface looked like his entire zodiac chart had betrayed him. The funniest part? Nobody actually knew what was happening. But that didn't matter. A mystery involving prison, Chrisean Rock, Blueface, and Munchie B is the kind of recipe that doesn't even need seasoning. It cooks itself. While the internet was burning, Chrisean stayed silent, which only proved she knows exactly how to weaponize attention. Silence from Chrisean hits harder than a diss track. Silence from Blueface hits harder than a tax bill. And silence with a prison clip attached? That's a digital tsunami. Eventually, small fragments of information started leaking, half confirmed, half speculated, but 100% explosive. Word spread that Blueface may have been dealing with pressure inside, the type of tension that turns a regular day into the kind of plot twist you only see when the writer's room is trying to win an Emmy. Memes floated. Rumors brewed. People began connecting dots that weren't even in the same puzzle box. Commentators dragged Blueface's past into the discussion. Drama historians reminded everyone of old beefs, old comments, old situations. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists were writing theories so detailed they could have qualified as dissertations. And Chrisean? She watched the chaos unfold like a director observing her masterpiece. The real kicker came when fans noticed she posted, then deleted, then reposted, then said nothing. That cycle alone sent some people spiraling. Why delete it? Why repost it? What game is she playing? Is she sending a message? By the fifth repost, viewers were acting like detectives who hadn't slept in 48 hours. At this point, the situation wasn't just a scandal. It was a plotline, a storyline, a digital saga that grew bigger every hour, and still, the question no one could answer was the one haunting every comment section. What exactly was happening to Blueface inside that prison? And why was Munchie B's name linked to it? But the internet wasn't ready for what happened next. Because as the theories multiplied and the memes intensified, a new wave of reactions stormed in. Celebrities, influencers, bloggers, and everybody with a blue check suddenly had something to say. And these reactions? They didn't calm anything down. They poured gasoline on an already raging fire. Everything was about to get a whole lot louder. The moment celebrities jumped into the chaos, the storyline mutated from regular internet gossip into a full-blown digital hurricane with VIP seating. It felt like Hollywood, the rap industry, and every influencer who's been irrelevant since 2021 suddenly smelled clout in the air and sprinted toward it like they were chasing a Black Friday deal. And trust me, they arrived swinging with opinions louder than Chrisean during a heated live session. The Shade Room comment section was the first battleground to explode. That place is basically the Supreme Court of mess, and people were typing so fast it sounded like machine gun fire. Verified accounts dropped eye emojis, laughing emojis, scared emojis. The entire emoji keyboard was running a marathon. Someone even commented, "This Blueface clip got more plot twists than Stranger Things," and honestly, no lie was told. Then the rappers jumped in, pretending they weren't invested while writing paragraphs longer than their entire lyrical catalog. One posted, "Ain't no way Blueface mixed up with Munchie B." Prayers, and the shade in that one line was so thick you could spread it on toast. Within minutes, fans dissected the comment like it was a prophecy from a hip-hop oracle. Meanwhile, meme culture clocked in early. Rappers and influencers were posting SpongeBob edits, jailhouse animations, and skits faster than the algorithm could keep up. One viral meme showed SpongeBob pacing inside a cell with the caption, "Blueface when he hears Munchie B on the tier." It racked up hundreds of thousands of shares in under an hour, proving once again the internet processes trauma through humor. TikTok investigators were working overtime too. These people were zooming in, enhancing audio, reading lips, analyzing shadows, matching echo patterns, all without a single degree or qualification. One guy claimed he digitally recreated the prison layout to explain the acoustics. And that alone deserved a Netflix documentary, because who wakes up and decides to do that? And then came Twitter, the land of chaos, caffeine, and confidence with no evidence. It became a carnival of theories. Some said Blueface was being pressed. Others claimed he was being protected. A few insisted the clip was AI. Some argued it wasn't AI, but definitely should have been. And one guy somehow dragged Beyoncé into it, insisting she blinked suspiciously, which is peak Twitter logic. As the internet spun itself into a tornado of confusion, old Blueface drama suddenly resurrected like it had been waiting backstage for the perfect moment. Interviews, tweets, past beefs, everything resurfaced. People created entire historical timelines, connecting every piece of Blueface's messy life like conspiracy boards and true crime shows. Strings, arrows, pictures, the whole thing looked like a detective's fever dream. Then Chrisean decided to escalate it. She dropped cryptic tweets like a villain in a psychological thriller. 1 minute she posted prayer hands, 30 minutes later she teased a song snippet with lyrics sounding like a threat. Then came the infamous 10-second Instagram Live, where she stared into the camera silently like she was about to unleash a plot twist, then ended it abruptly. That 10 seconds was enough to fuel 40 new theories. As things heated up, someone claiming to have prison connections leaked a vague statement, saying Blueface had gotten into tension. Not trouble. Not conflict. Just tension. That one word had the internet spiraling harder than a telenovela plot twist. People demanded specifics: emotional tension? Verbal tension? Gym tension? Nobody knew, and the uncertainty only made it worse. Then a blurry audio clip allegedly from Munchie B surfaced. Whether it was real or recorded on a Nokia brick, nobody cared. People treated it like gospel. Comments flooded and saying, "He said what he said," even though nobody could clearly hear what was said. Others swore he said nothing related at all, but insisted the vibe was dangerous. This is the internet. Vibes matter more than ISBP and are more than facts. Celebrities who had nothing to do with the situation started posting reactions for clout. Someone tweeted, "Prayers, stay safe," which looked supportive but screamed, "I need engagement today." And the sad part? It worked. Their tweet went viral, proving chaos is the best PR manager. Fans, meanwhile, were fighting like their Wi-Fi bills depended on being right. Entire friendships ended over whether the video was edited. People hosted Twitter spaces with titles like, "Is Blueface really in danger?" There were PowerPoints, theory threads, and even a webinar explaining the Blueface Chrisean Munchie timeline, attended by 300 confused but dedicated individuals. Inside fandom circles, the debates grew even more unhinged. Some believed Blueface was being threatened. Others thought he was being protected. A surprising group insisted the whole thing was part of a secret music rollout. And another faction believed Chrisean strategically posted the clip as a coded message, like she was sending signals in a spy movie. Every new post, tweet, video, or rumor only fueled the fire. The situation grew so massive it felt like a storyline written by stressed-out writers racing against a deadline. Every moment was louder, messier, and more dramatic than the last. And the internet ate it up like it was binge-worthy television. Yet through all the chaos, one unanswered question remained the heartbeat of the entire situation. Why did Chrisean post that clip at that moment with that energy? And how deep did Munchie B's name really run into this? Just when the internet thought they'd reached the peak, the story took another turn, leading into consequences, fallout, and aftershocks nobody saw coming. The fallout hit the internet like an asteroid with anger issues. Nobody was prepared for how fast the situation escalated once the initial shockwave passed. It wasn't just trending, it was dominating every platform, drowning out politics, celebrity birthdays, and even the Kardashians' weekly attempt to stay relevant. Suddenly, the entire digital world was laser-focused on one question: what did that clip really mean for Blueface? And the speculation spiraled so hard it felt like the earth had tilted off its axis. Within hours, blogs began writing full essays about the possible consequences, as if they were the official court of public opinion. Some claimed Blueface's entire reputation was on the line, arguing that the clip made him look vulnerable in a world where vulnerability is treated like a crime. Others declared this could affect his future music career, relationships, and even his fanbase, because let's be real, the internet loves you until it doesn't. And then it switches sides faster than a judge on a reality show. Fans started analyzing Blueface's old interviews to search for clues, as if he'd secretly predicted this saga. Suddenly, people treated every lyric he ever wrote like a prophecy. One fan tweeted, "He said he was built for this. Was this what he meant?" Another replied, "He wasn't built for this though," and the entire thread turned into a comedy show disguised as concern. The mood was chaotic, dramatic, and unintentionally hilarious, exactly the internet's favorite blend. Meanwhile, Chrisean faced a different storm, criticism mixed with praise, confusion mixed with fascination. Some people were calling her the villain, accusing her of exploiting Blueface's situation for attention. Others claimed she was the hero, exposing something the industry didn't want people to see. And of course, a large percentage of viewers had no idea what side they were on. They were just there for the entertainment. Popcorn ready, Chrisean didn't address anything directly, which only added jet fuel to the chaos. Her silence echoed louder than any statement she could have made. Every time she posted something unrelated, a selfie, a lyric, a random quote, it caused another internet earthquake. People connected everything she did to the clip as if she was sending encrypted messages designed to unravel the universe. That's the power of mystery. The less you say, the more they create. As the speculation increased, Blueface's family and associates began chiming in. Some downplayed the situation, insisting he was fine and people were overreacting. But downplaying things never works on the internet. If anything, it made people more suspicious. If he's fine, why didn't he say it? One user asked in a comment that got thousands of likes. Another wrote, "This family always lies." And you'd think they were longtime detectives instead of strangers on the internet who follow gossip pages for breakfast. Then came the major twist. Rumors began circulating that the prison was being alerted due to the clip's viral impact. Whether true or not didn't matter. The internet ran with it like it was breaking news on CNN. People claimed Blueface might be moved, monitored, questioned, or even put into protective status because the attention could cause real-world complications. Even though nobody could confirm any of it, the fear alone made the storyline explode even harder. The public opinion shifted every hour. Some were furious at Chrisean for exposing him. Others believed she saved him by shining a light on danger. A few pointed fingers at Munchie B, accusing him of involvement even though nothing was proven. And then there was the loudest group, the drama consumers, who didn't care who was right or wrong as long as the story stayed juicy. They were fully invested like they paid for a season pass. The funniest part of the aftermath was watching people pretend to be experts in prison politics, speaking with confidence they absolutely did not possess. One guy commented, "Trust me, I know how this works," and when someone asked how, he admitted, "I watched the whole Locked Up series twice." Suddenly, the internet had more prison insiders than actual prisons have inmates. Meanwhile, Blueface's music streams quietly surged because scandals are the best managers. People revisited his tracks, searched for subliminal messages, and turned his lyrics into TikTok edits. Drama always boosts the numbers. It's the oldest social media law. The true turning point came when the clip started affecting relationships, both personal and public. Blueface's supporters were at war with Chrisean's supporters, arguing across platforms like they were in rival nations negotiating a ceasefire. Longtime fans felt torn, unsure whether to blame, defend, or simply watch from a distance. Commentary channels started making videos every hour, squeezing every drop of content from the situation. Reporters who hadn't touched a rap story in 5 years suddenly resurfaced like, "Hey guys, remember me?" And then, the biggest shock, the storyline reached mainstream media. Not just blogs, actual news outlets. Once that happened, the scandal transformed from entertainment into a cultural moment. Now everyone wanted answers, real answers, not memes and theories. But even after all the coverage, all the reactions, all the panic and chaos, nobody could give a definitive explanation. The clip was too short, too vague, too mysterious. That's what made it powerful. It allowed the internet's imagination to run wild. And once imagination starts sprinting, there's no catching it. By the end of the week, the entire situation had become a giant question mark. Blueface's image hung somewhere between sympathy, shock, and speculation. Chrisean's reputation transformed again, either as a truth teller, a troublemaker, or a woman caught in a storyline bigger than she expected. And Munchie B's name was now stamped across every comment section whether he wanted it or not. But one thing became crystal clear through the entire digital storm. This wasn't the end. This was just the opening chapter of something bigger. Because anytime Blueface and Chrisean breathe in the same storyline, Chaos follows like it's professionally employed. And with this clip now burned into the internet's memory, everyone is waiting for whatever comes next, and trust, it's coming. And if you somehow survive this emotional roller coaster without throwing your phone, pacing your room, or calling 3 friends just to say, "Bro, did you see this?" Congratulations. Congratulations. You're built different. Because this entire saga felt like watching a reality show. A crime documentary and a Zeus Network reunion special all mashed into one explosive meltdown. And trust me, the next chapter is already loading in the background like a cursed software update dot, so before the internet drops another bomb, do yourself a favor and smash that like button like it owes you money. Knock it out like it tried you on payday. Hit that subscribe button like you're slamming a door during an argument. Don't tap it gently, destroy IT, because the scandals here, they don't walk. They don't crawl. They kick down the door wearing steel-toe boots. Drop a comment too, tell me whose side you're on. What you think really happened, or whether you're just here for the chaos like the rest of us. And if you've got theories, oh, I want them. The wild ones. The unhinged ones. I paused the clip at 0.3 seconds and saw a shadow in the left corner type theories. This channel loves those because on Trend Tattle, we don't just report drama, we unwrap it. Dissect it, drag it, roast it, flip it, remix it. And then serve it back hotter than Chrisean's Instagram lives. So turn on notifications. Because you already know the next scandal is lurking around the corner like a nosy neighbor pretending to water their plants. And when it hits, believe me, you'll want to be right here. Front row, popcorn ready. Phone charged. This is Trend Tattle, where the drama never sleeps. And neither do we.